Do you guys get this overwhelming sense of death?
So for those who don't know, tell us about Studio 666.
Studio 666 is an old school band film mixed with a whole mixture of like Evil Dead, Friday the 13th, 80s old school horror, all wrapped up into a bundle of laughs, honestly, is how I kind of feel about Studio 666.
And what was it like working with the Foo Fighters?
Let me apologize in advance for all the rock we're about to make.
It was awesome. I've been, in this business for over 2 decades, and you never know what you're going to run into. I've worked with some bands that are difficult. I've worked with some bands that are teddy bears, and you never know what you're going to get. And the thing with Dave and the guys, it is what you see is what you get. Like when people go, is Dave Grohl really the nicest guy in the music business? Yeah, he really is. Like, it's like that is his personality, and the guys are so much fun and so welcoming. It was really a warm situation to come into where everybody felt like we were friends from the get-go, which made things a lot easier.
This is obviously a very special project. So tell us how it came together.
I had worked with Dave on the Run music video a while back, and he was recording Medicine at Midnight, and he has these 2 producers, Jim Rhoda, John Ramsey, who did Sonic Highways and Sound City. And he went to them and said, look, I'm thinking about doing this horror film. I have this idea, what do you think? They're like, oh, you should talk to our friend BJ about doing that. He did all these Slayer music videos that, people thought were pretty gnarly. Sent me the pitch. I took the pitch and I kind of wrote my ideas of what I thought would also be kind of cool in the story, and like just kind of like a little bit more in-depth backstory of like the old band that was in the house and things like that. So I did a lookbook. We had a meeting. I presented it to him. We talked about the vibe we were going for with like more funny than scary, like just kind of like going around like the 80s vibe. The directors we grew up with, like the John Carpenters, the Tobe Hoopers, Wes Craven, things like that. And what we wanted to do with the film to make it look as serious as possible, but also let it be very funny and silly in tone.
Oh my God!
So what was the premiere like?
Oh, the premiere was awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was great. Like, as a director, like on other projects I've had the premiere, we go to like smaller venues and it doesn't really get a big release. But then like you all of a sudden get this premiere at the Man's Chinese Theater where all these huge movies that I grew up loving actually had their premiere at. And it's kind of like a dream come true. And just everybody involved, and the energy was so cool, and like everybody was great. And even after the after party when the guys performed, it was just like a magical night.
Why should our viewers go and see this film?
I think that this movie in general has a little bit of something for everybody, that everyone, even if you're not a Foo Fighters fan, you could still enjoy what's going on. If you're a horror fan, I think you're going to love what you see, and also, enjoy like seeing the Foo Fighters do their thing. If you're a music fan, I think you're going to really enjoy it. I think it just kind of, if you're going in for a fun experience and a good time, I think that we really, accomplished that. If you're going in for like a serious horror film, maybe it's not going to make you super pumped, but like, I think for what we were trying to do is a good, like all around fun film for everybody just to enjoy. Like this is a movie I feel like you're going to put on a party when it finally comes to like Blu-ray or something, and just have drinks and party with your buddies with this movie in the background, or make it a cult film.
Whoa, that's rad. That was